Good morning, garden friends. Today we are going to be working on this back area where I am extending my raised garden bed. And then, as I stated before, I don't think these sunshine ligustrums, especially the ones on that end, are doing so well because of this Bermuda grass. So what we're going to end up doing, Kevin's gonna lay down the cardboard because we're gonna do the sheet mulching. I'm going to dig up the sunshine ligustrums, put the good soil down, hoping that that will allow these guys to do better. And then I'm going to run my drip system. So let me just show you what we've gotten done so far. As I stated, because this is Bermuda grass and it can be a bear, before I do the sheet mulching, we trim it all the way down to the ground. And then I'll put the cardboard on top, and then end up putting the soil in here to continue the garden beds. That's all the dirt that's going in behind the fence, to extend that bed out. All right, so he's getting the timbers laid out for us extending the raised bed here. And guys, can you see it? I'm gonna have some more planting area. Okay, it is done. We are going to next do the sheet mulching, get my sunshine ligustrums moved because they're a little too close to the timbers. I want to get them more centered in the bed. But guys, look at all this room I'm going to have for more plants. I am so excited about this. Now, Kevin's gonna touch up the paint, but this is what he does. Let me show you. To secure it, he puts like rebar in there, so we have it all along the timbers to make sure they stay nice and secure. And then of course the garden is looking good. Oh guys, I gotta show you this, even though this is off subject. Look at my Eden climber. It is filled with buds galore. This is gonna end up looking so pretty. Right, so we have the raised bed that's connected to the secret garden completed. Now, the next thing that we're gonna do is my sunshine ligustrums. As you can see, by adding the raised bed to make sure that it's lined up with the other bed, it's a little too close for the sunshine ligustrums towards the back. So what we're going to do is move the sunshine ligustrums to where they're more centered in the garden bed, pretty much to be more in line with my muley grass, because my muley grass is perfect. But the other thing that I'm going to be doing, those last two sunshine ligustrums, and then even the two that I have here, do not seem to be growing as well as my ones that are in the backyard. And I do believe it has to do with this Georgia clay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these guys dug up, check the roots, because I'm thinking that the roots have wrapped around because the clay is so hard. And I did, when I planted them, ended up putting in additional soil and compost. But because we have to go ahead and get these guys moved out, I'm going to just take a look at it. And if that is the case where they are root bound, I'm going to cut a couple of the roots just to open it up so that I can, when I replant them, the roots will be able to get into the good soil. So, but first thing we want to do is measure the distance to make sure that the sunshine ligustrums are even within the bed, because I do have some perennials and annuals that I'm going to be putting in here. So let us go ahead and get this measured out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this measured. So it's 20 feet, 7 inches. So divide that by 4. So that would be a 5 foot in between each of the plants, the shrubs that we would need to have, each of them. 4 times 5 is 20. So that's what I'll do. The fact that the molly grass is centered exactly where I want it, I'm not going to move that other than lifting it up so that once we put the cardboard and the soil and compost mix in there, we'll go ahead and get that planted again. But the other thing that I'm going to end up doing is bringing the little ones in the inside, just in case, you know, just so it looks aesthetically neat. So that's the one thing that I'm going to do. All right, so Kevin's going to go ahead and get the initial holes marked for where we're going to plant these, the distance. Okay. All right, so you know what? Shut up. Okay, so dig that hole, and then what we're going to do is one of the bigger ones I want to put down there, because I want the 2 smaller ones in the center. And once you get that hole dug, we'll go ahead and put some of the soil and the compost in there. And then we'll lay the cardboard for the rest of the bed once we get all the shrubs in here. Once the holes are dug, then we put the cardboard and lay it down and open up the hole. Yeah. All right. Yep. I got a wheelbarrow. Well, you can just flip it over in the bed. Yeah. And then we're putting a cardboard over that part so that the grass don't grow. Do you want me to take the auger and just start loosening this up to make it a lot easier? Either or. I mean, well, yeah. Okay, guys, I just want to use my auger. You know what, guys? I think I'm right. Look at these roots. I think that's what's happening, is the roots are just literally choking out those last 2. I mean, because technically these guys should be bigger than what they are. Still going to need, because you're going to have to take this dirt out, lay the cardboard out. All right. And the way these roots are, I think I want this out of here anyway. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up making these holes extraordinarily big so that I can put more of the good soil and the compost in here. And you know what? While I'm going to put that good soil in there in the hole, because I barely want any of this clay. So, and you don't have to go down as deep for the simple fact, once we get the topsoil in there, it'll end up raising the level up. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead, get these holes dug, get the plants back into the ground, because like I said, I like to be able to dig it up, put it right back in the ground to reduce the shock. And one of the things that I am going to do is make sure I end up utilizing some of the Biotone Starter Plus in the holes and water. But I'm also going to look to see if the roots have wrapped around, especially the two little ones. So let us get to work. All right. So we got the sheet mulching down. I'm in the process of getting it wet. And Kevin is laying the compost mix. Oh, guys, look how much more garden space I'm going to have. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this finished, and then I'm going to work on getting my plants planted. And that's the one good thing about with the sheet mulching, that you can go ahead and get stuff planted. Yeah, so he's going to go ahead and get that done. And then, guys, when we actually dug up the Sunshine Ligustrums, the little ones, the roots were not bound, but they were definitely in need of nutritious soil. So we're going to go ahead, and I feel very confident that this is going to help it flourish. Right, the bed is done. It looks so nice. And like I said, when I was digging up the smaller Sunshine Ligustrum, the roots weren't wrapped around, but the soil was like really, really dry. One of the things that we are going to do is I'm going to extend my drip system all the way down the length of here, just to ensure that it is getting enough water, especially during the hot months. All right, so the bed is all nice and filled in, and it's going to look gorgeous. Okay, so I have some verbena that's in the front, my yarrow that's back there. I did get some Proven Winners bubblegum petunias to line up. I wasn't gonna do it, but I just couldn't resist. And my Sunshine Ligustrum. And I'll tell you what, we did this a couple days ago, and they are looking so much better, even the little ones, because you can see on here, I mean, some of the leaves had fallen off, but you can see I got like new shoots coming on there. So I'm hoping, get that off, I'm hoping that by really digging these holes big, putting in the soil and compost, it will allow these roots to definitely feed these guys to where they will end up, they'll end up getting bigger. But boy, this just looks so nice. And then I can't wait until the verbena starts to connect, because this is a trailing verbena. And I so love that color. It's not white, but it got like a very soft hue of pink to it, which I think it just complements my bachelor buttons. I so love those. I so love those. And then it's finishing down here. And then my muhly grass. So that is going to end up looking so very nice in this bed. And let's add that nice spring, summer color to my garden bed. Well, guys, thank you again for visiting Inspiring Garden Corner. And I look forward to you checking out my next video.